I'm very pleased to welcome you to the Tulane Law School graduation awards ceremony for the class of 2021. I'm David Meyer, I'm the dean here, and it's my great privilege to welcome all of you to this special event recognizing outstanding academic achievement and leadership among our graduating class. We so appreciate you joining us in this Zoom format. We wish we could be all together in person, of course, to celebrate this, but this is also enables us to reach.
Where are you going?
Also enables us to reach many family members who could not be here in person, even if COVID were not a thing. So that's the upside of it. I'd just like to remind all of you to please mute your Zoom if you haven't already, and just say again how really pleased we are to have all of the parents, spouses, partners, and other family members of our graduates with us here today. We share your pride in the students, graduates we honor today, and we're grateful to you for sharing them with us for these past 3 years. Law school, of course, is hard, even for the smartest and most capable students. And simply navigating the course requirements for graduation is plenty success in itself, and that's to say nothing about the conditions of the past year and a half. But the students that we honor today have done much, much more than that. Today, we honor students who have truly excelled. Their excellence is found in a diversity of pursuits in the classroom, in clinics, in moot court, in public service. But what binds them together is that to be here today, each one of them has demonstrated exceptional talent, leadership, and of course, lots and lots of hard work. Each of them leaves this law school and our community better for having been here. To the students we honor today, I say to you, your extraordinary achievements and contributions over these years promise careers of enormous success and impact. We're very proud to honor you today and look forward to celebrating your future successes down the road. So without further ado, let's begin to recognize these truly amazing individuals. Our first award this evening goes to the president of the Student Bar Association, Tommy Barnett. Tommy is a Louisiana native who received his bachelor's degree from West Point, and then of course served as an officer in the United States Army. Before beginning his pathway to the law, first by working with the Orleans Parish District Attorney's Office, and then the Office of the Attorney General for the state of Louisiana. Tommy has been extraordinarily involved in the life of the law school over the past 3 years, not only through leading the Student Bar Association, but also as a member of the Sports Law Society, a member of the Dean's Advisory Council, our Anti-Racism Task Force established last summer, the Dean's COVID Council that helped to plan our adaptations to this past year, the Federal Bar Association, and a host of other activities. Having had the privilege to work closely with Tommy during this time and to have him as one of my students in class, I can say how grateful we are to have had his service and leadership these past 3 years. In addition to receiving this award today, we've also asked Tommy to say a few words on behalf of the class of 2021. Tommy?
Thank you, Dean Meyer. I really appreciate the recognition, kind words. As Dean Meyer said, my name is Tommy Barnett, Executive President of the Student Bar Association, and I'll just keep my thoughts pretty brief. But I would like to focus pretty heavily on one aspect of what Dean Meyer mentioned to all the students who are being recognized for their honors and awards tonight, was the concept of leadership. Over the last 3 years, I've been privileged to work very closely with a lot of these students, and I've always marveled at the initiative that they've taken in many different regards. I found that the 3 major areas of leadership that are focused on tonight, at least, are leaderships by position, leaderships by example, and leadership in the classroom, or academic leadership. I mean, I've worked closely with Dean Meyer and several other classmates of mine in the anti-racism task force, the COVID-19 task force, and the Dean's Advisory Council. And the thoughts and ideas that come from these students, they're ready for the profession. And as lawyers, and I'll do a quick plug for one of my favorite classes, which was lawyers, highlights the fact that lawyers are thrust into a position pretty early on where they are trusted by members of their communities as they're going forward. And I feel that everyone here tonight being recognized certainly is stepping up to the challenge early on, and they're definitely going to have careers worth watching going forward. So when you hear the names tonight, be sure to keep them in mind, because they're going to be stepping up into positions of leadership in their cities, states, and maybe even in the nation later on. So thank you again, Dean Meyer, and congratulations to everyone in my class. I look forward to seeing you all on Friday.
Thank you so much, Tommy, and congratulations, and thanks for all your service to all of us these past 3 years. Next, we recognize members of our graduating class who have received university-wide honors this year. First, the Tulane 34 Award is named for the year in which the university was founded, 1834. This award is presented each year to just 34 graduates, university-wide, who have distinguished themselves throughout their time on campus. Students are selected for this really highly prestigious recognition based on their all-around exemplary performance academically, in leadership, and in service to the community. The law students receiving this award for 2021 are Jade Onkalad, Jacob McCarty, and Brandon Sprague. Congratulations to each of you. I had the opportunity to observe you receive these awards at another university-wide ceremony earlier, and with great pride. The next campus-wide award is the Student Crest Award. The Crest Awards are a unified campus recognition for the efforts and achievements of students both within and outside the classroom. These awards are sponsored annually by the university to recognize students for excellence in leadership, scholarship, and community service. The law student receiving this honor, and there's no guarantee that a law student will receive this honor, so it's a competitive process, but we're proud that the law student receiving this honor in 2021 is class president Shane Thomas. Also, we had the opportunity to watch Shane receive this award in the separate Crest Awards ceremony with enormous pride as well. And we'll all have the opportunity to hear from Shane at our graduation ceremony on Friday evening. So please join me in congratulating Shane, Brandon, Jacob, and Jade for their very well-deserved university-wide honors. It's next time for our Order of the Coif induction. The Order of the Coif is an honorary scholastic society whose aim is to celebrate the highest attainment in scholarship as measured by performance in the classroom. And the induction ceremony was conducted yesterday afternoon, and we're happy to share with you a short video from that ceremony now. It's now my pleasure to introduce the president of the Tulane chapter of the Order of the Coif, Stephen Kupperman, who will now preside over the induction ceremony into the order.
Thanks very much, Dean Meyer. Before I start the formal proceedings, I want to tell you something about the Order of the Coif, which you're about to belong to. The origins of the Order of the Coif are largely lost to antiquity, but we know that the order existed at least by 1117 AD. And during the medieval period in England, sergeants at law wore as a required mark of their station a close-fitting hood that covered all but their face. Because of that headdress, they became known as sergeants of the coif, and their society was known as the Order of the Coif. When wigs came into fashion, the hood was discarded, and the symbol of the coif became a circular piece of white linen that was fastened to the top of the wig. For centuries, only members of the order were appointed judges of the Court of Common Pleas or of the King's Bench. Members of the coif were drawn from the four great inns of court. And it wasn't until as recently as 1837, 700 years plus after its founding, after the order's founding, that Parliament allowed a person to be appointed a judge without first being a member of the Order of the Coif. The current Order of the Coif is based on that old order. It's an honor society created for recognition of high academic achievement. Student eligibility for membership is restricted to those in the top 10% of a graduating class. At Tulane, they're selected by the faculty. An election to the honorary membership is reserved to those who enjoy high distinction for scholarly attainments. Now, as a personal matter, I just want to tell you that I am honored to present the award, which is as close as possible to the law school equivalent of Phi Beta Kappa. It's a symbol of the intelligence and the hard work that each of the honorees undertook. They've excelled at Tulane law and their academic studies. I've been practicing for more than 40 years, and I hope each one of the honorees will be as proud of their achievement as a member of the Order of the Coif 40 years plus from now as I am. And every parent, sibling, spouse, partner, significant other, friend, everyone should be proud of the honorees, as should the honorees themselves. I know Tulane is, and I want to tell congratulations to all of you. And now, Honored Sergeant, will you please present the candidates who seek admission to membership in our order?
Mr. President, the following students have been found worthy for induction into the Order of the Coif and have been summoned before you to take the oath. Elizabeth D. Barris, Chandler Anderson Block, Ellen Durrell George, Hayden Q. Hawkins, Tasia Lynn Kastanek, Gabriella Leonovich, Ilsa Harper Luther, Jacob Wayne McCarty, Dara Muho, Jacqueline E. Odom, Connor Luke Ravelet, Alex D. Rodriguez Perez, Alexa Shea Rummel, Chelsea Carmichael Ryan, Reed Currington Rydberg, Darcy Rose Samuelson, Eve Elizabeth Solomon, Brendan Michael Sprague, Ralitza Georgieva Tiu, Jessica L. Webb, and Caroline Justine Wilson. Mr. President, these candidates for the honorable degree of Sergeant at Law have been chosen from among many in accordance with the rules of our order and have been summoned before you to be invested with the coif.
Thank you very much. By virtue of the authority vested in me as president of the Tulane chapter of the Order of the Coif, I now declare you to be members of our society. The ideals of the order are reflected in the pledge of our members, to which I now call your special attention. I'm going to ask you to raise your right hand, and after we read the pledge, I'm going to ask the sergeant to ask each of you to please state "I do." And now, with your right hand raised, I do solemnly promise that I will demean myself as a legal and honorable member of the Order of the Coif, and that as such, I will devote my professional career to honorable and earnest service as an advocate and counselor of law in the cause of legal education and scholarship. That I will be devoted to the interests of my clients, and to the extent of my learning and ability, will exercise the utmost zeal in the maintenance and defense of their rights. That I will strive at all times to uphold the honor and maintain the dignity of the legal profession, and to improve not only the law, but also the administration of justice. That I will find my highest honor and greatest reward not in the realization of any private gain or personal preferment, but in my fidelity to private trust, my devotion to legal scholarship, my achievements as a lawyer, and my character as an honest person. Honored Sergeant, I would like to ask you if you would please go back and read the names individually, and as she does, to say "I do."
Okay. Elizabeth D. Barrett,
I do.
Chandler Anderson Block, and Ellen Durrell George,
I do.
Hayden Q. Hawkins,
I do.
Asia Lynn Kastanek,
I do.
Gabriella Leonovich,
I do.
Ilsa Harper Luther,
I do.
Jacob Wayne McCarty,
I do.
Dara Muo,
I do.
Jacqueline E. Odom,
I do.
Connor Luke Rabelais,
I do.
Alex D. Rodriguez Perez,
I do.
Alexis Shea Rummel,
I do.
Kelsey Carmichael Ryan,
I do.
Reed Currington Rydberg,
I do.
Darcy Rose Samuelson,
I do.
Eve Elizabeth Solomon,
I do.
Brendan Michael Sprague,
I do.
Relitsa Georgieva to you,
I do.
Jessica L. Webb, Caroline Justine Wilson,
I do.
Thank you very much. And that you may be known to all of the world now as members of the COIF, you're soon going to receive the emblem of the order, which will adorn the top of your cap, which will be that white piece of linen. And ladies and gentlemen, we are very glad to greet you as new members of Order of the COIF.
Well, I add my own congratulations to all of you on this really important and impressive accomplishment, and for all your contributions. And this now concludes our Order of the COIF induction. Thank you and congratulations. Okay, next, we're pleased to present the Order of the Barristers. The Order of the Barristers is a national honor society dedicated to the elevation of oral advocacy and brief writing skills through law school appellate moot court programs. Students are selected for membership based on criteria including excellent performance in moot court, leadership, and service to other students in the program. Please join us in watching a short video of the induction ceremony held earlier.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for being here today. We are gathered to formally recognize those students who have been nominated by their peers and selected by our faculty for their outstanding success in and contribution to the moot court program. My name is Meredith Clement, and I am the incoming Chief Justice of the Tulane University Law School moot court program. Today, we will celebrate each recipient and induct them as new members into the Order of the Barristers. The Order of the Barristers is a national honorary organization whose purpose is to encourage oral advocacy and brief writing skills through effective law school oral advocacy programs. It provides national recognition for individuals who have excelled in advocacy and service at their respective schools. The order originated in 1965 at the University of Texas at Austin School of Law. The purpose was to honor graduating seniors who had demonstrated outstanding ability in the preparation and presentation of moot court arguments. The order was officially established as a national organization in 1970. Since then, the organization has grown exponentially, and the current role boasts over 100 law schools throughout the nation. Schools having chapters in the order include those nationally recognized for outstanding moot court programs and for successful participation in regional, national, and international interscholastic moot court competitions. In 1973, Martindale Hubbell acknowledged the distinction of being selected to membership in the order by agreeing to list it among the scholastic distinctions included in a lawyer's biographical sketch. I'm honored to welcome each of you here this afternoon as we recognize members of our graduating class who have worked so hard to contribute to the moot court program and who have displayed excellency in oral advocacy. Each person that I'm looking at in this room today has given their all to the moot court program, stepped up into a leadership position, and passed on the skills that they've learned to other people. And I am truly humbled to be here with each of you today. If some of the faces before you look familiar, it's because many of the individuals that we are honoring here today have been vital to the moot court program this year. The ADR, BOLSA, mock trial, and appellate disciplines within our program have had an extraordinary year, and that is thanks to many of the people we see before us today, their hard work, their contributions, and their success. So I will now have the honor of introducing the newest members of the Order of the Barristers. Please unmute yourself and say hello when your name is called. Lucille Deekhouse.
Hello, everyone.
Jade R. Onkalade.
Hi.
Devin M. Greiger.
Hello.
Thank you, Devin. Not here with us today, but definitely an honored recipient, Trace A. Hancock. Next, we have Hannah Rose Holmes.
Hi.
We'd next like to honor Trinidad Reyes.
Hi.
Our next recipient is Katie Ricks.
Hello.
Not here with us today, but an outstanding member of our program, Jennifer Sue. Also not with us today, but another wonderful recipient, Ariel Teresa Sims. And last but certainly not least, an all-star for our program this year, Carly Janae Wells.
Hello.
Hello, Carly. Again, I would just like to thank each of you for all that you've done for us. I'm truly going to miss each of you, and I think all of our membership can say the same, as well as Tulane Law School, because you've left a mark on us for sure. Thank you so much for attending today's award ceremony. Congratulations on your induction into the Order of the Barristers, and good luck in all of your future endeavors. Thank you.
Well, congratulations to all of our new barristers. To present our next awards, we're honored to welcome back to Tulane Adiola Gunkayed. Adiola is a 2008 graduate of Tulane's famous Katrina class. She has dedicated her very impressive legal career since her graduation to challenging the criminalization of poverty, particularly in communities of color. After graduation, Adiola spent nearly 10 years in the Bronx as a public defender. She then moved to Virginia in 2017 to join the Legal Aid Justice Center. Just earlier this year, Adiola became the first ever chief public defender in Travis County, the county that encompasses the city of Austin, Texas. It's fitting for Adiola to present our next awards as she herself was the recipient of the General Maurice Hirsch Award during her time as a student at Tulane. Thank you so much for joining us again, Adiola, and I'll turn the floor over to you.
Thank you, Dean Meyer. It's my pleasure to present the General Maurice Hirsch Award, endowed by Mrs. Elise Newman Solomon to honor the life and achievement of General Hirsch, a Houston lawyer who served his country during both the First and Second World Wars. This award is presented each year to the graduating student who, in the judgment of the faculty, has contributed most distinctively and constructively to university or community needs. This year, the award goes to Jade Onkalade. The faculty selected Jade for this award principally for her tireless service to her fellow law students and the institution in overseeing and coaching 8 moot court competition teams in an incredibly unique and challenging year, helping create the BALSA discipline under the moot court umbrella, representing indigent children as a student attorney in the juvenile law clinic, and being an all-around positive force for change in the law school. Jade has tirelessly committed herself to Tulane Law School, not only in her community service, but also in her academics. It is not an uncommon sight this past year to see Jade seamlessly orchestrating Tulane's virtual participation in simultaneous moot court competitions, a task made all the more challenging by the social distancing and mask requirements this past year, not to mention the numerous hurricanes and power outages we all faced in the fall. And as soon as Jade had her moot court teams ready to go, Jade would pop in and be an active participant on Tulane's anti-racism task force. Her work to better the law school and, in turn, the university is truly inspiring, and it is my honor to present Jade Ankalade with the General Maurice Hirsch Award. My deepest congratulations to you, Jade. The next award is the Brian McSherry Community Service Award. This award is endowed in memory of Brian McSherry, a 1981 graduate of Tulane Law School. The award is given annually to the graduating student who has demonstrated the greatest dedication to the law school's community service program. The recipient of this year's Brian McSherry Community Service Award is Sarah Jo Kirchner. Sarah Jo logged an astonishing 370 hours of pro bono service, more than 7 times the requirement for graduation. She worked for several different placements, including Southeast Louisiana Legal Services in the family unit with Tulane alum Doug Carey, and Sarah Jo worked at the Orleans CDC Family Court with Tulane alumna Judge Bernadette D'Souza. During her work at Southeast Louisiana Legal Services, Doug described Sarah Jo as an excellent find with a truly amazing work ethic. She is truly a public interest superstar and is passionate about working for and with domestic violence survivors who are one of the most vulnerable groups in our society. Congratulations, Sarah Jo, and thank you for all of your service.
Thank you, Adiola. My name is Stacy Schexnayder, and I'm the Dean of Experiential Learning here at Tulane. I am truly honored to present the following series of awards focused on our experiential and clinical programs. As an alum of these programs, I'm particularly humbled to teach and work with students who serve communities and vulnerable clients and who inspire all of us to do more. They will truly be the future leaders of our profession. The first award is an honorary gavel, a tangible sign of our respect and appreciation to the graduate who served as Chief Justice of Tulane's Moot Court. This year's honoree, who oversaw a phenomenally successful year of 32 teams competing in 23 competitions and several major program innovations, is former Chief Justice Trace Hancock. Congratulations, Trace. I've enjoyed working with you, and I thank you for all of your service to the Moot Court program this year. The next award, the Clinical Legal Education Association Outstanding Clinical Student Award, honors a student or team of students nominated by the clinical faculty for excellence in clinical work, both in the field and in the classroom. We're proud that Tulane is an early leader in clinical education, having recently celebrated 40 years of clinical teaching and having recently added 2 new clinics alongside 6 established and successful programs. Our clinics provide students the opportunity to represent clients and underrepresented community groups in real-world matters before the courts or other governmental bodies. Law school often highlights individual achievement, and so it's especially gratifying to recognize the work of a team of 2 students. In this year, in a unique collaboration known as the Women's Prison Project, or what we like to call WPP. Courtney Hanna with the Criminal Justice Clinic and Hannah Lampo with the Domestic Violence Clinic successfully helped secure a unanimous decision before a parole board for the release of a 70-year-old client survivor of intimate partner violence who had served 23 years of a life sentence for defending herself while being attacked in her own home. Their clinical supervisors noted that Courtney and Hannah's teamwork ensured the client-centered, compassionate representation that all clients deserve. Congratulations, Team WPP. This year, we also recognize an outstanding student through the Clinical Legal Education Association Outstanding Extern Award. Supervisors in the Corporate and In-House Counsel Externship course recognize Colin Kelly for his maturity, dedication, commitment, and contributions to his Coast Guard field placement. He earned the trust and confidence of his supervisor, who recognized him as a superior performer, also describing him as working with a sense of purpose and creating work product that can be used by future externs and future Coast Guard investigators in support of their mission to protect the nation's maritime interest. Congratulations, Colin, for this special recognition. Our next award is the Association for Women Attorneys Award. This award is presented annually to an outstanding student in the domestic violence clinic. The Association for Women Attorneys is a nonprofit corporation whose membership includes both women and men and represents every sector of the legal community. This year's recipient is Olivia Rose Manceau. Congratulations, Olivia, for your valuable and life-saving work in the DV clinic.
Thank you.
We now recognize the students receiving the James A. Wysocki Trial Advocacy Awards. This award was endowed by Mrs. Christina Wysocki to honor the life of her husband, a noted trial attorney. The fund provides cash prizes to the students who have outstanding achievement in trial advocacy. This year, we have the honor of giving out 2 years' worth of Wysocki Trial Advocacy Awards, as our fall 2019 and spring 2020 recipients were only 2Ls at the time of receiving their honor. The current graduate who received the highest honor in trial advocacy as a 2L for fall night 2019 is Jacqueline Deegan, and for spring 2020 is Audrey Martin. The graduate receiving the highest honor in trial advocacy for fall 2020 is, again, Jade Ancalad, and for spring 2021 is Kristen Shaw. Congratulations, Jade, Kristen, Jacqueline, and Audrey. To present our next awards, we have our alum and adjunct professor, Homero Lopez. Homero is the director and managing attorney of Immigration Services and Legal Advocacy, where he provides pro bono removal defense representation. Homero is also a past recipient of our next award, the Louisiana State Bar Association Student Pro Bono Award, for his incredible service while at Tulane. We are delighted to have Homero here with us today.
Thank you, Stacey, for the introduction. It is my pleasure to present the next award, the Louisiana State Bar Association Law Students Pro Bono Award. This award is presented to a law student who has demonstrated dedication to providing legal services to indigent clients. I should note that signing out for pro bono service at Tulane means something very special, not just because I received the award and therefore you're in great company, but also because Tulane was the first law school in the country to require pro bono service of its graduates. And therefore Tulane was a trendsetter in this area for other law schools across the country. This year's graduating class gave more than 19,500 hours of pro bono legal services addressing urgent individual and community needs, from domestic violence and criminal defense to environmental protection, civil rights, and right here in our own backyard, legal services for artists and musicians. Since we've been keeping track over the last 30 years, our students have provided 292,000 hours of pro bono legal services. This year's honoree provided a breathtaking 478 hours of pro bono service recorded in support of mental health advocacy and immigration law. The LSBA Pro Bono Award is awarded this year to Constantino Raya. Constantino volunteered with the California Department of State Hospitals and Catholic Charities Immigration Unit, earning praise from his supervisors. Constantino is interested in combining his interest in healthcare as well as immigration in his future work. And as somebody who works in this area, it's definitely an area that needs a lot of representation. So thank you for Constantino for one, volunteering in that area, and two, for looking forward to providing more services in that area moving forward. And congratulations on this award. The next award is the Jackson Ryan Pro Bono Advocate Award. The Jackson Ryan Pro Bono Advocate Award is named in honor of former Assistant Dean Julie Jackson and Program Coordinator Eileen Ryan, who administered the Tulane Law School Pro Bono program from its inception in 1988 until 2016. I worked with both of them, not only as a student, but also once I started ISLA as a nonprofit and received a lot of interns through them and cooperated. So it's another one that's personal to me. This year's recipients are again, Constantino Raya, congratulations, Sarah Jo Kirchner, again, Madeline Loving, and Robert Mancuyan. This award recognizes selected 3Ls for their dedication to public service throughout their time at Tulane, considering not only overall hours, but also the variety of placements, supervisory evaluations, professionalism, and initiative. Congratulations to this year's Jackson Ryan Pro Bono Advocate Award winners. Wishing you all the best, and thank you, and continue. I would ask that you continue providing services to your communities as you move forward, whether you go into nonprofit work or whether you go into private practice. Congratulations.
Thank you, Homero. Good evening, everyone. My name is Ron Scalise, and I'm the John Minor Wisdom Professor of Civil Law here at Tulane Law School. I'm also the director for the Center for Civil Law Studies here at the law school as well. It's my pleasure to present to you the outstanding graduates for a series of awards. The first award I have to present comes from the Louisiana State Bar Association and is the Louisiana State Bar Association Corporate and Business Law Section Award. This award is given to the graduating student with outstanding achievement in the study of corporate law. This year's recipient is Eve Solomon. Congratulations, Eve. The next award to be presented is the Tulane Tax Institute Award. This award is given to the graduating student who has achieved the greatest distinction in the study of taxation, and it is funded by the Tulane Tax Law Institute, an institute that produces continuing legal education programs in the field of taxation. This year, the award is presented to Gabriella Leonovitz. Congratulations, Gabby. Our next award is the Civil Law Studies Award. This award, established in 1983 by the Louisiana State Bar Association, is presented annually to the graduating student with the highest grade point average in civil law courses. Having taught this recipient numerous times and having had the privilege of working with him on the Tulane Law Review, it is my distinct pleasure to present the Civil Law Studies Award to Brandon Sprague. Congratulations, Brandon.
Thank you so much, Ron, and congratulations to all of our award winners. My name is Sally Richardson, and I'm the Vice Dean for Academic Affairs here at Tulane Law School. It is such a privilege to celebrate our students with all of you, and especially to have the opportunity to honor our students before their families. The next award is to be presented is the Federal Bar Association Award. Recognition is given each year by the New Orleans chapter of the Federal Bar Association to the graduate who has achieved the greatest distinction in the study of federal law. And this year, I'm pleased to present the award to Darcy Samuelson. Congratulations, Darcy. We now present the Aber Joseph McCarthy Environmental Award. This award was created in memory of Aber McCarthy, a 1985 graduate of Tulane Law School. The award goes to the graduating student who has outstanding achievement in the study of environmental law. And this year, the award goes to Tasia Kostanek. Congratulations. Our next award is the Charles Kohlmeyer Jr. Award in Maritime Law. This award, funded by the Maritime Law Institute, is made in honor of and in memory of Charles Kohlmeyer Jr. It is presented to the outstanding JD graduate in maritime law, which is no small feat here at Tulane, given that we remain a leader internationally in the world of admiralty law. The recipient of this year's Kohlmeyer Award is Colin Kelly. We now present the Edward A. Dodd Jr. Award in Admiralty.
This award was established in memory of Edward A. Dodd Jr., who received an LLM in Admiralty at Tulane in 1984. The award is offered each year to the from the Maritime Law Center at Tulane Law School in recognition of outstanding achievement in graduate study of Admiralty law. And this year, the award is presented to Elena Mijos. Congratulations, Elena. Finally, before turning the program back over to Dean Meyer, it is my honor to present the George Dewey Nelson Memorial Award, which goes to the graduating student who attains the greatest distinction in common law subjects throughout the 3 years of law study. George Dewey Nelson Jr., a Tulane law alum, created this award in honor of his father. And this year, the George Dewey Nelson Memorial Award is presented to Chandler Block.
Thank you. Thank you, Sally, and congratulations, Chandler. It's now my honor to present the LLM Academic Excellence Award. This award is presented to the student with the highest academic achievement in our graduating LLM program. This year's award goes to Ricarda von Meding. Next, we present one of the most prestigious awards of the evening, the John Minor Wisdom Award. This award was endowed in 1987 by the former law clerks of the legendary and honorable John Minor Wisdom, a member of the Tulane Law School class of 1929 and a legendary champion of civil rights on the United States Court of Appeals for the Fifth Circuit. The recipient, selected by the law faculty, must be an outstanding JD candidate who has demonstrated excellence in academic work and in writing ability, has contributed selflessly to the law school community, and who has accepted a judicial clerkship after graduation. We are proud to announce that this year's recipient of the John Minor Wisdom Award is Jacob McCarty. Jacob is the epitome of selfless contribution to the law school, having served as a Harris Fellow mentoring first-year students for 2 years, an academic support tutor, the president of the Civil Law Society, a member of the Criminal Justice Clinic, chair of the Law Review's Diversity Committee. Jacob has given so much of himself to Tulane and to every member of our community during his time here. In the spirit of the John Minor Wisdom Award, Jacob has proven himself an exceptional writer, having had his comment published in the Tulane Law Review. After graduation, Jacob will clerk for Chief Judge Nanette Jolivet Brown on the United States District Court for the Eastern District of Louisiana, a Tulane Law alumna herself. It's my great honor to present the John Minor Wisdom Award to Jacob McCarty. Congratulations, Jacob. We are now nearing the end of our ceremony for this evening, but we have yet to present 2 of the major awards for the evening. The first is the Dean's Medal. This award is given by the Dean of the Law School to the graduating student or students who attain exceptional academic achievement during the 3rd year of law school. This year, the Dean's Medal is awarded to the following 12 students: Elizabeth Barris, Ellie George, Mary Elizabeth Harrison, Hayden Hawkins, Tasia Kostanek, S.J. Kirchner, Gabby Leonovitz, Trinidad Reyes, Chelsea Ryan, Eve Salomon, Darcy Samuelson, and Jessica Webb. Congratulations to each of you for your outstanding performance and contributions in the classroom and outside the classroom. We're very proud of each of you. And our final award this evening is the Faculty Medal. This award is presented by the Tulane Law School faculty to a graduating student in the JD class for their distinguished academic achievement over all 3 years of law school. This year's faculty medal goes to Ellie George. Congratulations, Ellie, on your truly outstanding accomplishments and your comprehensive contributions to our community over these past 3 years. We're very proud of you. Well, this concludes our program for the evening, and I look forward to seeing all of you, I hope, on Friday evening, either in Ullman Stadium for graduation or on our live stream for those of you who can't be there in person. But we're very excited to have the opportunity to gather together again to celebrate your enormous achievements and contributions over your time here at Tulane. So thank you all for joining us this evening, and one last time, congratulations to these remarkable students, and thank you for all of your contributions to Tulane and to our community. Good night, everyone, and congratulations. See you on Friday.